Hey, this is What You're Waiting For, a woman's perspective on everyday prepping. And I was looking at a few videos about rolling up some paracord because I wanted to put some in my pack, some extra. And I seen a lot of videos on how to make some kind of knot where you make it in, well, sort of like this, a little bit neater than this. Uh, but they roll it in, take probably about six um, little loops, and then they start doing this knot thing. And the knot takes a long time to do. Um, there's like three or four out there that I saw them do it. They said for like 100 yards of paracord, it took over an hour to do. And I was thinking that knot looks an awful lot like crocheting. So if you can crochet, this is really cool. If you can't crochet, I'm not going to teach you how. So you'll have to learn how to crochet on your own. Um, but this one looks a little messy on the second and third um, turnaround. But the first one was actually really cool. It looked really neat. But as I'm crocheting, I was trying to think of how to speed up the process. And even though this is not as nice looking as the guys, um, but instead of taking, this was 50 foot of paracord, instead of taking, say, 30 minutes, it took me about 10 minutes to do. I love to crochet, and I guess I'm a little faster at crocheting than I am moving my hands, to make knots. But I was going to just show you the last little bit I had here. Um, what we did is we wrapped 5 or 6 loops, and then if you crochet, just like you put the little hook, like you're going to put your hook in, the little knot, I don't even know what the knot's called, but you pull up a little section and put your hook in it, just like you're going to do crocheting. And then what we did, I have no idea if y'all could even see this, but we did like a slip stitch, one that went under and wrapped and pulled this up and then slipped it through the hook stitch. And now you see that it's like through, I don't know if you can see, it's through the hole. Now we do it up on top. We come and just wrap it and slip it through like a slip stitch. I'm sorry I don't have really good lighting and I don't know how to explain it any more than that, but you just take it, put it through the hole. And by the way, this is like a J. This is the biggest one that I could find. I have a whole bunch of other crochet needles, but I have them up. I have like K, but the biggest one you could probably get. But anyway, we pushed it through, grabbed the paracord, pulled it through the hole. So now we have two up there, and pulled that through and slipped it through like a slip stitch. Then we did the same thing. We wrap, it's already there, wrap it and pull it through. And I thought we did, fairly good. It's not as pretty as the ones that took an hour. I'm sure if you took your time, you could probably make it even prettier. But it does do the same thing. Just pull it out, what you need. Um, and so if you crochet and you try to do this, it might actually be a lot faster. It's not as pretty, but it's a lot faster. And if you take your time, but I did 50 foot of paracord in about 10 minutes. So that's a lot better than, I think they were doing 100 foot of paracord, and it took more than an hour. So, and if you ever wanted to wrap this back up and you had a lot of time out there, just take your crochet needle and you could wrap it all back up. But you could also think about using this paracord. If you take a crochet needle with you, a large one, you might be able to use this to maybe make, if your strap breaks, maybe crochet a small little strap that you could attach to it. Um, Also, it has the 7 inner strands. If you had a very small crochet needle, you could also, who knows? I mean, you could crochet a little something out there in the field if you had to, because if you crochet one of those inner strands and just do like a chain stitch, it would make it a lot thicker, a lot heavier, a lot stronger than just the single um, piece of the little inner strand paracord. Just an idea, I'm a woman, so we always say a woman's perspective. Probably something that the guys won't end up doing, but girls out there, use the skills that you know. I know crocheting, so I thought, what, this will work out. I could put this in my pack, and it's the exact same stitch. Well, they're not. It's the exact same knot. It's just we're doing it easier because we have a tool, and most of us, that know how to crochet can easily do this in 10 or 15 minutes. So just an idea out there. If you didn't really get everything, I'm sorry. I don't know how to explain it anymore than that. If you haven't learned to crochet, you're probably like, what the heck did she just do? But so you might give it a try, and think about your paracord when you're out on the field or out bugging out situation, as actual yarn. So think about maybe getting a crochet needle. I mean, it doesn't take up much space, and who knows, you might need it for something. And if not, maybe you can use it for defensive weapon or something. Who knows? But just, woman's perspective. What you waiting for? Bye.